Hello and welcome to the second ESOL virtual multilingual family meeting for Ruhrah Elementary Middle School. My name is Erin Lowry. I'm an ESOL Ed Associate at Ruhrah, and this month we're going to be talking about resources for parents, students, and families. So the purpose of today's meeting is to share information on resources for students, parents, and families that is available through community organizations, through Baltimore City Public Schools, and at our school, Ruhrah Elementary Middle. So we'll be talking about community resources for parents, community resources for families, city schools and community resources for students, and finally, reminders and upcoming events. So we'll start by looking at some resources that are specific to our school, Ruhrah. At our school, we have several different groups that work with parents. The first of those is the Judy Center that works with the parents and families of students who are from birth age up through 5. We have the Community School Office that works with community outreach for the entire school. And we also have a Parent-Teacher Association as well as School Family Council. So we will talk a little bit more about events that those 3 groups are having at the end of this presentation. So moving on, we're going to take a look at community and district resources for parents. This includes English classes that are available for adults, career training, and access to different platforms. So the first of these is English classes. There are many different organizations that offer free or low-cost English classes in Baltimore City. Several of those are listed here. So we have Baltimore City Community College, we have Casa de Maryland, and we have the Esperanza Center. So you have the contact information here for those 3 organizations. And many of them have different neighborhood locations. So they may offer classes in schools, in churches, in recreation centers, and libraries. I know that at Ruhrah in the past, we have had English classes for our parents, if that is something that you're interested in learning more English. Another resource that's offered in the community is career training. So again, there are several different organizations that provide career training in Baltimore, and this by no means is a complete list. One of those is the Mayor's Office on Immigrant Affairs, or MEMA, and you have the webpage listed there. Casa de Maryland, again, who also offers help with employment IDs, with tax preparation, and with legal aid. And again, Baltimore City Community College. So this would be training for adults in a career-specific area. Third, we're going to talk again, and I'll show you this, resources for parents about how to access platforms. So here you have an address here at the top, www.baltimorecitysschools.org/parent. And on that website, it shows you how to look at your students' grades. So actually, I'm going to pause my presentation here and open that site just because it's easier to look at it that way. So on this website, you have different information for parents and guardians. At the top, you are able to translate the page into a variety of different languages, which is very helpful. But if we scroll down, the one that we want to look at is Campus Portal. So Campus Portal is the easiest way to have access to your student's schedule, to their attendance, to their grades, and any messages or forms that you may be receiving for your child or children. If you're a parent or guardian and you don't have a parent portal yet, you are able to create an account here. So I'll go ahead and click on the link. This page, unfortunately, is only in English, but here you're able to enter your personal information, your relationship to the student, and then to create your account this way. Okay. If you have any difficulties with this, feel free to contact me or to contact Miss Anna in the office or Miss Watson, and we will be able to help you through the process of creating a portal. And again, this is a way to communicate with the school and to see your students' grades, um, letters and forms that teachers are sending home, things like that. For an ESOL teacher, you might be receiving, what you would be receiving, excuse me, parent notifications, state accommodations forms, all of the typical paperwork that we would send home that you would sign. Okay. So moving on, let's take a look at community resources for families. This includes resources for food, health and medical resources, and education-related resources. So for food, there are many, many different organizations at this point that can provide support with food if so needed. There's a link here to an online resource guide. Now I'll go ahead and open that up. So this gives us a list of different organizations and the support that they provide. Okay. So that link is available there if you would like to take a look. Okay, the next community resource that we're going to look at is health and medical. So there is information here for several different organizations. The first of which is the Baltimore Free and Income-Based Clinics. Then we have Esperanza Center Health Services Clinic and Baltimore Medical Systems. So you have the contact information for all of those organizations here. And there's actually another resource guide that is separate for health and medical. So there are many different links in this presentation that I will add underneath the YouTube video so that they're easy to access. But this resource guide has information about multiple different services that include health and medical, and the locations, costs, and so on. The next resource is Family Education Literacy and the Arts, or virtual activities for everyone to do. There are many different organizations in Maryland and Baltimore that have activities that you can do with your children together. One of those is the Walters Art Museum. So they have their museum available virtually online. The Baltimore Museum of Industry, the Jewish Museum of Maryland, and then there's a list at the bottom that's other virtual museums and virtual travel websites. So these are fun activities that you can do with your child that, although don't take the place of going to the actual locations in Baltimore, are different places that we would normally visit as a school in a school year. Okay, next up is community and district resources for students. So we're going to look at classroom-based resources, at school-based resources for students, and at district resources. So thinking about the classroom, as a parent, you always want to be aware of your child's schedule and of their teachers. You should have the teacher contact information and what the class schedule is. You should also be aware that all of our teachers are offering after hours coaching or office hours or homework help at school. So all of those things are available at some point during the school day for our students this year. You also might want to ask about virtual after school activities for students. Some of those are still continuing now. I know that we do have virtual debate club and some other activities that students are able to participate in after school hours. But for that, you can ask your child's teacher. District resources for our students include an academic helpline. This helpline can provide virtual support for completing assignments and understanding directions. At this moment, there's only audio support available, and it's mostly English speakers that will be answering. But they have been provided training in how to use Language Link, which is the telephonic interpretation service. So if your student would like to have some homework help and isn't able to talk to their teacher, they are welcome to call the district helpline at 443-984-2001. And again, we have the district resources and updates for parents on the Baltimore City Schools parent site. On the same site, there is a link to the academic calendar. Again, you're able to translate by looking in the upper right-hand corner. If the page is not available in your language, please feel free to contact the ESOL staff at your school for more information, and they can connect you with someone who can provide interpretation services. Okay, so let's take a look at some upcoming events that are happening at our school and in the district. So this Thursday from 9 o'clock until 1 o'clock in the afternoon, the Judy Center is hosting free flu shots at our school. So again, that's Thursday, November 19th, 2020. And I just saw that on Facebook. If you go to get your free flu shot, which is very hard to say, you will also get a free Chick-fil-A meal for lunch and a swag bag that includes a mask. So go get your free flu shot. Every Tuesday from 2 to 2:45, there's a play and learn group, which is a bilingual play group for children ages 0 to 3. So the Zoom link is there for that, and a phone number you can contact if you have questions is 443-447-0763. So again, that's every Tuesday. We also continue to have weekly food distribution. You just need to remember to wear a mask and to respect social distancing. So every day from 10 to 2, we have grab and go meals for breakfast and lunch. There's 4 meals available per customer. On Thursdays between 10 and 2, there is produce available, which is first come, first serve. And then on Wednesdays between 10 and 2, we have groceries available, which is also first come, first serve. Thinking back about home literacy, this is a topic that we discussed last month, but remember, home language literacy is important. So improving first language skills will help students to learn a second language. So this can be as easy as talking to your child as much as possible, making phone or video calls to other family members or friends, or using some of the free services through the Enoch Pratt Free Library. And again, you have the link to that here, or you might want to go back and watch the video from October, which has much more information about Enoch Pratt and its services. Just another reminder, you are able to communicate with our school staff using either text or telephonic interpretation, even if people only speak English. So Class Dojo can be used for text translations. Language Link can be used for telephonic interpretation. You should feel free to ask either your ESOL bilingual paraeducator, which is Miss Frazee, Miss Sylvia, Miss Yara, or also Miss Lopez and Miss Yancey. And your ESOL teacher for their schedule, so that you'll know when they are available to talk to you. Many staff members also ask parents just to go ahead and text in their language, and staff can call back using Language Link, or we can use the text translation features available on Class Dojo. If you would like more information about this, feel free to contact the ESOL teacher for your child. But also, in Class Dojo, you are able to see some of the events that are going on. So it will automatically translate for you, but it's also a great place to see what's going on at our school. In addition to that, there are 3 different Facebook pages that regularly are updated with events for the school. The first is the school's Facebook page, which is JREMS School. So here we have information about student interns that are new with us, power outages, events in general. The Judy Center also updates on a regular basis. So here we have more information about the free flu shots. We have stories, information about diaper distribution. And then the community school office also has information. So here you have more information about flu shots. If you're not able to attend the one at our school, there are flu shots available at several other schools and locations on different dates. So all of that is here for you as well, mostly posted in English and in Spanish. Okay. Another reminder is that the district itself, Baltimore City, does also offer district-wide ESOL meetings for Spanish-speaking family members, as well as family members who speak French, Swahili, and Arabic. So the next one for Spanish-speaking family members is on November 24th at 4 p.m. And the topic there will be communicating with schools. Okay, if you have questions or comments, I will put my email address up after this, but also feel free to attend our live session on YouTube Live on Wednesday, November 18th from 5:30 to 6:30. So we'll be going through the same presentation in Spanish, and we'll be live moderating the chat if you have questions or comments that you would like to bring with you. So thank you very much. My email address is posted here, and I hope this information provides useful to you. Thank you.